So it would be really helpful if you have a block or a pillow. We're going to do supported bridge later, probably, and we're definitely going to do supported fish. So if you have a blanket or a bolster around, that's awesome. Remember also in yin, if you want pillows or you want to use, like if you have a big yoga blanket that you want to use to support yourself in these longer held postures, that is awesome. All right, so we'll get started just in a comfortable seated position, whatever that might be. And we'll close or lower the eyes. And just beginning to take nice deep breaths. Maybe relaxing the abdomen. As we're beginning to bring our thoughts inward. And we'll take one more deep breath here. And then we'll just slowly blink the eyes open or raise the eyelids if you were just looking down. We're going to start out with just a little bit of breathing exercise. And we'll start with some robin's breath. So we'll bring the palms to heart center. And while the palms are at heart center, we'll take an inhale. And on the exhale, pointing the fingertips away from you, just rounding the back, just so it's comfortable. It doesn't have to be a big rounding of the back. And as we're inhaling, then we're opening the arms up, looking up at the ceiling. And then exhaling, rounding the back again, bringing the palms together in front of you. And inhaling, bringing the palms back to heart center. And then we'll take another inhale with the palms at heart center, exhaling, pointing the fingertips away from you, rounding the back. Inhale, opening, look up at the ceiling. Exhale, bringing the palms together in front of you, rounding the back. And then inhale the palms back to heart center and exhale. We'll do one more. So inhaling. Exhaling, pointing the fingers away from you. Inhaling, opening up, looking up. Exhaling, bringing the palms back together in front of you. And then inhaling the palms back to heart center. Awesome. And we'll just bring the hands down and take a breath here. And the first pose we'll work on today is half butterfly. So also, we know this is Janu Shasana. So bringing one leg out, maybe your right leg, bringing the opposite sole of the foot up as high as you can on the upper leg. And we'll inhale, lengthen the spine, exhale, and turn towards your outstretched leg. And come over that leg, relaxing the head and neck. Remember that you can bring a blanket or a pillow to your upper leg so that you have something for the torso to lean on if you would like to. And through each pose, we'll listen to a moment of a crystal healing bowl. In this case, we have the heart chakra vibration. And today for class, I'll be pulling cards from our Divine Feather Messenger. So it will be about birds and their feathers. first card we have for our half butterfly is Raven. And the phrase that's underneath the card is that the universe is calling you to notice important synchronicities. The raven is a symbolic messenger from the family of blackbirds. All of the blackbirds hold some level of mystery and magical energy. The raven is a power bird, decidedly aligned with the strong feminine energy of the universe. Taking one more breath on this side. Then we'll slowly, using your hands to come back up to center, and we're going to switch out our legs and listen to the remaining message of the raven. So when you're ready and you're in position, you're inhaling and turning towards your outstretched leg and coming down. And when your straight torso is coming down over the leg, once you're comfortable, then just relax the head and neck as much as possible. So there's no tension in the neck. Raven's message is one of empowerment. His distinct call awakens you to notice your personal power and to accept this as your truth. Oftentimes, we ignore the signs on the path and deny our own importance. That time is officially over. You're being called to notice and follow the signs and synchronicities of the universe that will awaken your inner wisdom. You may feel called to a higher vision and reach for yourself. The blackness of the raven's feather represents untapped potential and the expansive universe. Follow the guidance of the raven and own your power now. Your affirmation is, I claim my divine power and open to unlimited potential. We'll take one more breath here. And then slowly coming up to center. And we'll just sit in easy pose for one moment. Just closing the eyes and taking a deep breath. And then we'll move into our next pose, which is wide-legged forward fold. So remembering that you always reserve the right to change your position in any of these poses. We'll inhale, lengthen the spine, exhale, and come forward. Again, once you're comfortable, relaxing the head and neck. If this becomes too intense, you can decrease the angle of the legs if you'd like to. You can always grab a pillow and put it underneath the torso if that's more comfortable. And once you're comfortable in this pose, just taking a nice deep breath. Next, we have the message of the white eagle. The connection to divine guidance is within you. Eagle is the bird totem associated with spirit and is often seen as divine guidance and vision. The white eagle has a special connection to the angelic realm as a messenger of the divine. White eagle calls us to our highest connection, to source, to our soul's purpose, and to our service here on earth. White eagle tail feathers are commonly used in the headdresses of Native American chiefs as the antenna to Great Spirit, and that connection demands great responsibility. When we are in service for the highest good, it is a call to follow our soul's true path here on earth. The white eagle delivers the message that now is the time to come into alignment with your soul's unique purpose. We are all being called to awaken at this time and receive our divine inheritance. It is time to let go of fear, move ahead, and step into the power of your soul. Whether you are called to service through healing work or service to humanity, see your unique energy and contribution as vital to the shift now taking place. Expand out from where you stand and see if you can use your gifts to assist and guide those around you. Your affirmation is, I awaken to my soul's unique and divine purpose. Very slowly, maybe taking a deep breath and then moving out of your wide-legged forward fold, just very slowly and gently coming back to easy pose. Maybe taking a deep breath. And then from here, we're going to move into a supported bridge. So just making the legs long, rolling back so that you're laying on the mat, using your block, or if you have a rolled blanket, you can completely use that as well. Lifting the hips up and bringing the block or the blanket right underneath the sacrum, right? So it almost tilts your hips a little bit so that your sacrum is really squarely resting on the block or the blanket. If you do not have a block or a blanket, you can use a pillow, or you can roll up the mat a little bit. You could use a book at home. Always reserving the right to change your position if it becomes just a little bit too much in this pose. Our next messenger bird is the vulture. Accept the inevitable, let go of the past, and welcome a rebirth to begin. The vulture is a powerful and large raptor that relies on others to kill prey and on their own incredible sense of smell to locate food. Its role as scavenger is highly necessary and valued. They possess a unique digestive system that allows them to purify the waste, which helps keep the environment in balance. Symbolically, they appear in ancient Greek and Pueblo traditions as a guardian of the mysteries of life and death. Their feathers are used in rituals for grounding and to symbolize the divine union of heaven and earth. When vulture visits us, it means that death of the old way is imminent. This is not a physical death, but the letting go of outworn roles, thoughts, and beliefs. The divine vulture messenger urges you to release the past and all that you have been holding on to. This process can be a struggle if you resist, or you could be filled with the ease of acceptance. The choice is up to you. Once you begin to move fully into this process, you open the doorway to a beautiful opportunity for rebirth and renewal. Vulture assures you through this process of purification that you will indeed have a fresh start. Allow this messenger to process what you let go of and recycle the energy. Allow yourself to reabsorb this energy and experience the renewal that follows. And the affirmation is, I honor and accept all of my life experiences. Taking one more deep breath here in our supported bridge. And then when you're ready, pushing into the soles of the feet and lifting the hips up, taking your block out from underneath, maybe rolling over to the side, and we'll come back up into easy pose. Just taking a nice deep breath. From here, we'll move into cow pose. So if you would like to start with the legs out long, bringing the right leg over so that your knees are in one line, And then your under leg comes and wraps around. So both of your sit bones should be on the ground, and if they're not, then just leave your lower leg long. And we'll inhale, lengthen, and exhale, bringing the heart to the knee, relaxing the head and neck, and breathing here. Our next bird messenger is the condor. Hold the highest vision for your life. You now possess the ability to move past any hurdles. Condor is a type of vulture found in the high mountain regions of the American West and South America. Their wingspan is enormous, some around 9 feet wide, which allows them to fly long distances high up in the air. Condor feathers are commonly used in shamanic healing, ceremonies, and rituals. Condors are seen as the bird visionaries who have survived despite struggles. They show emotions through the changing color of their skin. They serve the environment as many vultures do by cleaning up and digesting the remains of other creatures. Condor is also associated with the sun and can symbolize illumination, power, and spirituality. So just take another nice deep breath. When you're ready, coming up to center, bringing your torso straight back up. And then if you like getting into the pose this way, you're bringing your opposite knee over, and then your lower leg comes back around. Or remember, if you don't feel the same on both sides, which is totally normal, always keep this bottom leg straight. And when you're ready, we'll inhale, lengthen, and come forward, heart to knee, relaxing the head and neck. And when you're comfortable, taking a nice deep breath. So the message of the condor. The condor flies high overhead and soars inward to urge you to see the broad vision of your life. Use the power of color in art or your surroundings to express your emotional nature as condor does. If you have been engaged in a struggle or hardship, rest assured that you are now in possession of what it takes to move past it. There is no longer a barrier to your highest vision. Make sure that you take time to see exactly what that vision is and move toward it with the strength and stamina that has been revealed. Know that you are now exactly where you are meant to be. And the affirmation is, my highest vision is spacious. I embrace all that awaits me. Taking a breath here. And then when you're ready, bringing your torso back up. And we'll come into easy pose for a moment. Maybe just closing the eyes. When you're ready, we'll blink the eyes open and move into dragon pose. So we'll come around, which is basically a low lunge. So if you want to, we can come in from a tabletop position, bringing one leg forward. So the knee is right over the ankle, and you want to make sure that you feel the stretch in your extended leg, in the upper leg. Relaxing the head and neck. I recommend highly maybe some blocks to the sides of the feet. There's also a version of this where both hands are to the inside of the foot, which is totally fine as well. Some people like to come down on their elbows. Once you're comfortable, just taking a nice deep breath here. Really relaxing into this pose. Focusing on the breath. Our next bird messenger is the magpie. Reevaluate your priorities. It's time to let go of what you no longer need. Magpie is a messenger associated in folklore with great luck and fortune. These highly intelligent birds are also extremely social. The magpie takes much time carefully building its nest with great attention to detail. Magpie is legendary for its attraction to shiny things, which it collects and hoards. Thus, this bird is associated with a tendency for materialism or valuing things for their appearance. So we'll slowly come out of dragon pose on the one side. And we'll bring the opposite leg back in between the blocks. Just finding a moment. In the beginning, I just personally find that the stretch feels so awesome in the beginning, and as the time moves on, it becomes much more intense. So keeping that in mind as you're finding your position here, and always reserving the right to come out of the pose or to adjust. So the message of the magpie is that this bird is reminding you that any obsession with material things or achievements will not nurture your spiritual path. Now is a good time to reevaluate where you are and notice if you have become distracted by the accumulation of physical things. This messenger also brings the promise of good luck by way of magical opportunity. Finding a balance between the inner and outer worlds is the message of magpie. And the affirmation is, I seek only what is needed to stay balanced and true to my path. So we'll slowly come out of our dragon pose. And we'll come back into easy pose just for a moment. Just taking a breath here, maybe closing the eyes for a moment. So when you're ready, we'll just take a nice deep breath and then slowly blinking the eyes open. And we'll move into supported fish pose. So if you have a rolled blanket, that is awesome. And as you're seated, keeping the legs nice and long and bringing your blanket or your bolster underneath, you can always use a pillow, and laying back. And so my bolster is really long because I like my head to lay on it, because it hurts my neck to put my head on the mat. But for some, that feels really, really good. So just keeping that in mind, maybe trying the different various lengths of your bolster or your rolled blanket behind you. And then once you're here, just closing the eyes, taking a deep breath, maybe really listening, letting the vibration of the heart chakra bowl resonate through your body. As you're breathing in this pose, imagine that you're just allowing your muscles to melt into the blanket or the bolster underneath your back. Letting the low back relax, the middle back, the upper back, letting the shoulders relax. Let the arms hang heavy. Relaxing the muscles of the face. So relaxing the forehead, the cheeks, the chin, the jaw. So just taking another nice deep breath, rolling over to one side off of your bolster blanket, and then taking it out from underneath you. Then we'll just come with our backs flat on the mat. And if you'd like to do another kind of stretching out pose, if you want to do a little happy baby, you certainly can do that. I know we normally do a supine twist, so if that's more comfortable, you want to do a side to side twist. But once you feel a little bit stretched out and ready, coming into Savasana. Maybe you want a pillow underneath your head or a blanket underneath your knees, however your favorite Savasana is. And I accidentally picked one more bird messenger, and that is the loon. So as you're closing your eyes, relaxing into Savasana, this feather messenger urges you to pay attention to your dreams. Dreams are the extension of the unseen worlds, whether from our subconscious mind or from the many realms beyond this physical world. With the presence of the loon, your dreams may seem more colorful and filled with more symbolism and messages. Keep a dream journal to record whatever you experience. Your dreams may be calling your attention to certain situations or giving you valuable input. Now is the time to listen and be aware. And your affirmation is, my dreams and visions are powerful, vibrant, and clear. So as you're breathing in your Savasana, remembering that our bird messengers told us that the universe is asking you to notice synchronicities, that the connection to divine guidance is within you, to welcome a rebirth, to let go of what you no longer need, to hold the highest vision for your life right now and pay attention to your dreams, because the messages of guidance are drifting in. We'll take one more nice deep breath in Savasana. And very gently beginning to bring your awareness back to the room. Maybe wiggling your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, drawing your knees to your chest and just very slowly rolling over to one side, maybe taking a breath here. When you're ready, coming up to seated, and we'll just take one last breath together. We'll inhale the arms up over the head and palms heart center. Namaste. Thank you.